10 years ago, maybe.
Maybe.
So maybe for me it's 20 years ago or even more. Okay, so yeah, some animals. And why do you think in this story, the author of this story, which is who is unknown, actually, yeah, why do you think the author used some animals and these animals could talk? Yeah, you remember they were talking, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why? Why animals? Talking animals? What do you think?
I suppose it may be related with some ancient customs, maybe, because
Such as?
in the ancient you can hear that some god can transform some different animals, maybe.
Probably, yes. Why not? Maybe. That sounds interesting. But let's try to remember some details about this fairy tale. What was happening? Why they were talking to each other? Was there some idea which the author tried to teach children? What do you think is the idea behind this story? So probably, yeah, you imagine that, for example, some granny, yeah, will read it to a child, but with what purpose? What is the idea? Can you retell? Can you give me some just what is the story about?
The story about that one person, such as Kolobok,
Person, yeah. Kinda.
he tried to go out, went out about grandparents
to escape, yeah.
Yeah, to escape.
From,
and his way related with some animals, which he talked some phrase.
Do you remember
he
the
talked
phrase?
as I escaped
Who
from
remembers
father.
yeah, it was like this. I escaped from my mother, yeah, I escaped from my father.
Yeah.
And from you, the folks, I escaped. Yeah. Do you remember the phrase these animals were saying? It's obvious, I will eat you, yeah?
Yeah.
I will eat you.
But nothing eaten here. Nobody.
Okay, it's kind of nothing because it's an animal, but okay, here they are kind of people, yeah, kind of some personalities, yeah. So you see that sometimes we read a story where an animal is similar to a person, yeah. They have some personality. Why? Why authors do this? For example, let's try to find more examples, okay? Because it's difficult for you to understand and to give an idea. So, for example, Hobbit, yeah? There was a dragon. You remember? The dragon on the gold. Why the dragon?
Maybe because people like some unusual, for example, it's more interesting the story about dragon, for example, than the story about people. So it's more interesting. And the childs like it.
Okay. So in literature, we call this personification. Yeah? It's a special style when the author uses some animal and gives this animal some traits of a human. Yeah? Personification. And do you remember any stories with a wolf in it?
Red Hat.
Red Hat. Oh, I see what you are talking about. In English, we call this story Red Riding Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes, there was a wolf. Why wolf?
Because he wanted to eat the girl, and it's
What symbol here? The wolf is a
Robber.
symbol of what in this story? Huh?
Robber.
What? Robber. Robber.
some evil, maybe.
Evil.
People
Yeah,
don't-
evil. That's right. In general, the wolf there is evil because you know the end, the outcome of the story. So the girl beated the wolf. Yeah, like good against bad. Yeah, something like this. Okay.
Yes.
Any other stories with the wolf? Can you remember?
Maybe it was in Tirimok.
Tirimok. Okay, yeah,
No?
but yeah. So we have in Russian a lot of fairy tales like this with a lot of animals in them. Yeah, but mostly these animals are like quite similar. Yeah, because in Russian fairy tales we usually have a lot of animals just because we need somebody a lot. Yeah. A lot of things like this. Like in Telemok, the idea was not in animals. Yeah, the idea was in quantity. Yeah, because there was small house and lots of people. Yeah. Okay. And what about more classic stories like Jack London, White Fan? Have you read it?
No.
The White Fan? No.
No.
No. What is fan? Look, in the chat, I will write this word for you. Fan. The white fan.
Что там белый клык вроде?
Yes, that's right. So it's kind of tooth, yeah, of an animal, of a predator. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the story about a wolf. Okay, and we are going to talk about it today. The idea behind the story, as Jack London said, is written, and you can see it in the chat. Ivan, can you read it, please?
Life can be hard. Some parts are harder than others. That is true, not just for people, but for animals too.
Do you agree with this quote? Do you agree?
Maybe I agree with this text, but yeah, I absolutely agree with this.
Totally agree. Okay, why? Why do you agree?
Because I know that nowadays in every part of our world we can see some problem which some different animals and also people faced. And I remember that I also faced with some problem in my life, and sometimes it is harder than others. And I think I thought in this moment that it's so no-brainer for animals, but now I realize that it's so also harder for animals because